Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at Zhao the Moonslayer burn deck in Thomas format. So with the avatar set, we got a pretty interesting card called Zhao the Moonslayer. This card is in particular pretty insane in a deck with almost all basic lands. So it's a 2-mana 2/2 with the Menace, which is really good. The key text here is that non-basic lands come enter tapped. So that is the key text that we're trying to abuse here. Almost every single land that we have is a mountain. And what's really nice about this card is this disrupts your opponent's curve because most of the decks are playing with a lot of non-basic lands due to the fetch lands. So making those cards come in tapped means that the Zhao can get in there for like 1 or 2 attacks. And that's also going to guarantee the spectacle triggers with the light up the stages and skewer the critics. And because of the Menace, while the lands are coming in tap, you can still get in there for multiple attacks here, which is kind of the point with this card. The other text that says 7 mana, put a Conqueror counter on this card, and then making this card into basically a Blood Moon, that portion of the text is basically negligible. We don't really care about that text. We only care about the Menace and non-basic lands coming in tapped. So that's what we're going to be trying to abuse here. Other than that, the Rolling Vortex has become even better recently, as of recent, because of the Force of Negation. Almost every deck is playing 0-cost spells, including Chrome Boxes, Force of Negation, and even Hosing Show and Tells. So Rolling Vortex actually has become a lot better as a result, so I'm actually curious to see how the Rolling Vortex does. And we're also playing 4 copies of Electrostatic Blast compared to last time, which I haven't tried in Timeless before. It worked really well when I played a burn deck in Historic format, so I think it's going to do wonders in Timeless format as well. So we'll see how this one does. So having said that, I'm gonna be hopping over to some Timeless Special 3 to show you guys how that does. So let's hop over. Alright, let's try a burn deck today. We'll see how this one goes. Burn, burn, burn. If this is a show and tell, I might actually just go Rolling Vortex into a Rolling Vortex. Like, I'll play a Rolling Vortex into turn 2. The following turn, if they play a show and tell, I'll put a Rolling Vortex. I think that should be probably good enough to win the game. Oh, they already have it. They already have it. So unfortunately, I've only dealt 1 damage and opponent dealt 2 damage with the Ancient Tomb there, so... So we'll see about that. So the next card they cast deals 10 damage. Polluted Delta is another 1 damage. Okay, so they die. The moment they cast something, they die. The moment they cast something, opponent's dead. Cyber Siphoner, cute. So, they're dead. And that is why we main deck Rolling Vortex. The card's just too good. Oh, Stifle. Okay. Interesting. So opponent's playing Stifle. So Zhao's gonna be really good. Eidolon's gonna be really good. Probably, I'm not really sure about the Fire Blast, honestly. I kind of want to bring another Eidolon and Needlehead. So maybe I'm like going down on Skullcrack. Let's go down on a copy of a Skewer. Call it that. Okay, we have a Zhao. Excellent. Let's just hope opponent doesn't have turn to show and tell again. That'd be a shame. It seems like they have something, right? It seems like they have something. Yeah, opponent has a counter spell. They brought Mana Drain. Oh my god, they have it again. My opponent has it again. Well, Zhao's not gonna do anything. So maybe, okay, opponent's really good at having show and tells and omniscience together. So maybe I'm supposed to just mulligan for Roiling Vortex. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Chrome Mox. Ooh, Zhao. I think I actually go Zhao first. Because, like, Ancient Tomb things come in tapped right now, so I think that's actually probably better. Okay, they don't have a Mana Drain. We'll play the Eidolon. Island. Show and Tell comes out. Opponent takes 2 damage. It was a Hullbreaker Horror. So opponent takes 2. I mean, Hullbreaker Horror is actually pretty excellent here. And they take 3, 4. We would actually won if this land, any of the 2 of the lands that we drew were 3 damage spells. Ouch. That is an ouch. You attack. Okay. They stifle and they die, right? Nice. GG's. Okay, we have a light up the stage with 9 damage. I don't think that's too bad. We have a Gruul something. Teamer something. Swiftier was an excellent draw. So here's the deal. Am I playing light up the stage or skewer the critics here? I think I'm playing the light up the stage here, right? Because let's say I play a chain lightning and the monastery spear gets zapped, then I can't trigger the spectacle. Ooh, we have a fire blast. So how much damage do we have? Three, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 damage. No, 14 damage. So if opponent shocks, they're dead. It does also depend on whether or not they play a creature. Ren and 6, sure. Seems like opponent's dead. Zhao. Okay, so opponent has a Force of Negation right now. Do I still play this? I mean, they have a Force of Negation. It doesn't look like it's something that I want to play. Even if it was just one more damage. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a problem. Oh my god, it's an Oko as well. And another land. We may have actually lost the game. Funny enough. This is way too many lands that we're drawing and opponent has a Force of Negation. Oh no. How did we lose this? That is crazy. Yeah, that is actually crazy that we lost this one. Into a Fury. Wow. Okay, there's nothing we can top deck to win the game here. So we actually lost that. That's crazy. Well, there was a stop. Opponent had a Force of Negation 100%. Because when I played a creature, there wasn't a stop. And then they had life gain. Yikes. Also, like, drawing 4 lands isn't ideal as well. So, there's that too. An opponent plays a Fury, by the way. We'll go something like this. Alright, excellent. We'll play out the Ragavan first because we have a Swift Spear into Prowess trigger on the dot. Seems like they have a Lightning Bolt. And we'll just auto pass twice. I don't think I'm gonna be using Fire Blast here. Alright. So, they could have another one, right? They could have another one. We'll play the Bolt Wave first. Another Lightning Bolt. So this is 6 damage. I need to top deck a 3 damage spell. They play a lot of life gain, right? Opponent plays a lot of life gain. Guess Eidolon doesn't seem too bad. Even plays Stern Scolding. Now they have an Uro as well. Okay, we lost. GG's. Alright, double Ragavan, not something that you want to see, but we do have a Zhao. This could be another Show and Tell deck. Our hand isn't very good against the Show and Tell. We'll see. We need Rolling Vortex off the top. Maybe it's not a Show and Tell if we're seeing Windswept Teeth. Yeah, maybe it's not a Show and Tell. We'll play the Zhao. The lands are gonna come in tapped now. By the way, the Zhao, I think, has been pretty amazing. Yeah, I think the Zhao has been pretty amazing. Oko. That's something that we have to kill immediately. Another Oko deck, huh? Another Oko deck. So we see a Force of Negation. Opponent does have a Force of Negation here. Okay, so opponent's just full-on control deck. Really hate to do it.
Why do you cross me?
But I have to kill the Oko here.
May we meet again, or not?
Oh wow, it's a Nadu deck. Interesting. It's a Nadu deck. We're also drawing a lot of lands here. It's a 6 damage total. Yeah, we're drawing a lot of lands here. This is wow, opponent tops it. It's kind of scary actually. Oh my god. Oh no, so many life gain decks. So many life gain decks. Alright, we lost. Too many creatures. Alright, I've learned my lesson. Against the life gain deck, we need four copies of a Skullcrack. We're probably gonna need Razorkin as well. That was really good. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of life gain today. Way too many actually. Nadu and Uro is probably their only creature. I'm gonna minus the Bolt Wave since it can't target Planeswalkers. Alright. It's kinda slow, but it might be good enough. I think I want to play like a Roiling Vortex. Actually, should I do I could do like a check to see if they have it. They don't. Force a negation check. Awesome. Okay, Prismatic Ending, and I'll play another Zhao here. Oh, that's really good. So we'll play the Ragavan and attack. Okay, we steal Nadu. Pretty good. And then we have a Rolling Vortex activation for opponent's life gain. They play Worry Zone Guard, nothing to grab. We still draw more lands. Brainstorm. Alright, so what's my play here? Am I playing a Needlehead? Or just dealing the most damage as possible with like the Chain Lightning? I guess I can go like maybe Chain Lightning. Oh, they're just dead. Never mind. All right. So opponent plays Worry Zone Guard. So that's another creature that I actually have to worry about. We have a Lightning bolt to get rid of it. That's about it though, right? We have to keep this up no matter what against the Worry Zone Guard. Yeah, we'll try this. By the way, I actually really like the fact that Zhao actually has a menace, by the way. I think that's actually insane. His hand's a little bit slow. I would really like the 1-mana creature. Our hand is pretty clunky. A Stoneforge Mystic. The Lightning Greaves. I would love to play the Razorkin here, but this is the turn 3, so opponent... Oh, that's really bad actually.
Those blind to tyranny are lost. Just can't see it. I'll think up a fun fate for you.
This is actually looking really bad. Okay, we killed it, but
Quite the nibble.
like we just had to exhaust most of our resources into killing that, right?
Your expectations are exhausting.
It's pretty bad. Ooh, another Stoneforge Mystic. Into a GT as well. Ouch. It's kind of bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Man, all these decks have just way too much life gain for their own good, I feel like.
You're quite charmed to meet me.
You know what I mean? They just have way too much life gain.
Enchanting.
It's actually insane. Lightning Bolt. I think I actually have to just give up on killing the Oko. I don't think I can play these creatures. I probably just have to pass with the Needlehead. They have a swords. Okay. So what can I possibly top deck to win the game? Yeah, what can I possibly top deck to win the game now? Skullcrack? Well, that's a start. So I have 3, 5, I feel like it's like gonna be a little bit short. I need to just keep attacking opponent. Maybe I'm dead. I'm not really sure. Oh, it can do that. Yeah, I didn't know. That's my bad. I guess we would need like another 3 damage spell, maybe? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I'll just Skullcrack right now, since they only have one blue source. And they're not going to be able to gain life here. Tilbury's on guard. Deal 2.
Let's broaden your existence.
So I would need a 3 damage spell off the top. Let's go. Yep, I would need a 3 damage spell here. Let's go. All right, GG's. All right, what did I tell you? The moment I get rid of a land, I'll never draw land. It's just a simple truth, you know? Just a simple truth. At least I get to light up the stage. Like I said.
Strike as one.
Yeah, how is it possible that the difference between a singular land is either a flood or a screw? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay. So, let's see. I have 9 damage. Opponent's nowhere near enough to dying. I'll play Rolling Vortex and pass. don't know why they're not attacking with the Raptors. Bolt Wave. I probably have to block the Oslo Pride here, probably. If I draw a land, maybe there's a win here. Ah, never mind. So much life gain today, by the way. Just like... we just played against 3 life gain decks in a back-to-back-to-back. Kind of unreal. There's just too many life gains. Probably Ragavan's not that good. But I am going first, though. I'll keep this, because I'm Omega greedy. Okay, well, we're just gonna pass here. You know, funny enough, we actually won that last game if they didn't have a Flage. If I drew a land, we had exact lethal. So there's that Ajani.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
I probably have to hold on to the Skullcrack for the turn 3 for Flage. So maybe I'm supposed to play the Searing Blood. Get rid of an Ajani. Oh wow, hold up. We have Electrostatic Blast, deal 2 damage, then Bolt Wave into Skewer, that's 8 total. We're 1 off. Kinda sickening that we actually don't have the lethal here. That is actually kind of sickening. Okay, if that's the case, I'll Bolt Wave. Skewer this. Deal damage. And I'll pass. And we should have the lethal here. All right. got a bit lucky there with the draws, but always be greedy. That's my motto. Always be greedy. So yeah, thinking about it, Zhao doesn't seem that great because they play a lot of planes, but it still stops their fetch lands, which might be good enough. Maybe like 2. Maybe 2 and then 1 Eidolon. We're on the draw. We have 2 removal spells. I'm just hoping that in the next 2 turns, we're gonna draw a land. Yeah, in the next 2 turns, I hope I draw a land here. Nine. Getting a little bit close here.
You won't stand with me, and we are into the fray.
Opponent's at 14. Okay, we're actually almost at the end. Okay, Ragavan's fine. Ragavan is fine. Okay, that's kind of annoying. That's my burn spell.
Nothing is more important than family. Share in my
What can I possibly draw to win the game? I need to draw a burn spell, right? Three damage burn spell. Yeah, we just need a 3 damage burn spell. Ooh. That's a shame. That is indeed a shame. 2, 6, 8. Darn, that is a shame. Is there really nothing? Fire Blast. The Ajani, but I still die, right? Darn. Wow. One off lethal. All thanks to that Ragavan stealing our 3 damage burn spell. Okay, fantastic hand. Into a Chrome Mox. So opponent's playing a mono red something. Okay. Okay, well, unfortunately, they started with the Chalice. Pretty bad sign for me. We have maximum additional 3 damage. I mean, I guess I can still play these. Wow, didn't kill the Swift Spear. So I have 3, 6. It's just too far away, like. Yeah, too far away, honestly. I think I still have to just keep attacking opponent's face. I think if I kill the Bombardier, I probably die. We have a chance. Three damage. We need to skewer the critics or Fire Blast to win the game. Or maybe even Eidolon. Eidolon's just gonna die though. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Wow. Opponent threw the game pretty hard there. Alright, let's hope we always draw a Smash to Smithereens. Maybe we should be playing 4 copies a bit. Eidolon's not gonna be good. You know what? Zhao actually might be pretty good because they play things like... They play so many non-mountains. So maybe the Zhao is actually not that bad. Also, Searing Blood just kind of answers almost everything except Pyrogoyf. And this is a 2-mana card that we can, you know, dodge their Chalice's Void. Maybe? Maybe? All right. So I'm sure opponent probably mulligan for a Chalice's Void. Okay, Strip Mine, sure. We're gonna attack. Upbraid. Maybe I should just play this. My plan was leaving up a Searing Blood for like their 3-mana creatures, but they don't have anything to sacrifice anyways. Yeah, these are both great cards. They play Karn. Kinda greedy. Triple Strip Mines. Opponent, why didn't you just... I guess they kind of need that land. Okay, opponent passes again. Hieroglyph. Alright, a lightning bolt. Chain lightning. Alright, GG's. Alright, so Mono Red Burn. Last time I played it, I was a little bit underwhelmed, and this time I played it, I feel like it was a little bit better, but we still lost a lot. Actually had to cut a copy of a land because I was flooding quite a bit. A lot of the games I kept drawing like 4 to 5 lands, so we have 17 copies of lands here. The Zhao the Moonslayer was actually kind of sick. Like despite us losing most of our games, I could tell that this card was actually pretty good. A lot of decks are playing non-basic lands, and basically, essentially what this card does is you put it down on the battlefield and it kind of stifles opponents' next turn because they're gonna have like fetch lands and stuff like that. So their curve becomes a little bit bad. And the fact that this also has menace as well makes it so that you can at least get in there for damage, allowing you to get a spectacle trigger off of like Skewer the Critics or Light Up the Stage. So it's actually better than expected. Like especially against like a combo decks as well, like that are relying on things like Ancient Tomb. Zhao becomes even better. The other text that makes this card into a Blood Moon, even without that, the card is completely fine in my opinion. So that's been good. A lot of the games that we actually lost to happened to be due to the life gain. So we lost to double Oko decks and into an energy. And even against the energy deck, we actually were exactly one off from winning the game. Or if opponent didn't have a Flage there, we could have also won that first game as well, which is, I think, pretty good. I think the Skull Crack, the Rolling Vortex is going to have to do the heavy lifting in getting through the life gain there. Most of the decks at the moment does have some form of life gain. So like main decking 2 copies of Skullcrag isn't too bad. The 4 copies of Rolling Vortex, almost every deck is playing 0-cost spells. That's including things like Force of Negation as well. So the Rolling Vortex is just an excellent card at the moment. And this is the first time I'm trying out the Electrostatic Blast in this deck. I played this in a historic version and it was actually really, really good. So I decided to play 4 copies here, and today it has been pretty good as well. Yeah, I think the deck is okay. It can win games, but if you're trying to climb like the top of the ladder, things like that, obviously it's not gonna work. As you can see, we went 2 and 3 and then falling down all the way to 600 from 200. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.